If you're a journaler, card maker or scrapbooker and want to learn how to make 3D elements to add to your layouts, planners and journals, keep watching because I'm going to show you how I made these gorgeous double-sided ephemera in Cricut Design Space, and it's so easy. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the crafter and designer behind this channel, and I'm here to help you get the best of your cutting machines and become your own designer. And today we're working in Cricut. You can get some images from Canva. I'll drop a link below showing you one of my tutorials where I get files from Canva and add them to Cricut if that's something you've not done before. And today we're going to make opening ephemera. So this is brilliant for journals, for birthday cards. You can put messages. So I've got the cactuses which just open up like that. They're like tiny little books to go in my planner, so in those I can write messages and notes. Then I've got the strawberry, which is a concertina which opens up, and I made that from my strawberry elements. I'll drop the links below, or you can get some from Canva. The main thing is the technique. So this is a double-sided file made in Cricut. So we're going to head over to Cricut now. I'm going to show you how to make these. They really are so easy. So in Cricut Design Space we want a new project. So on the left side, click blank canvas and start designing, and you've got your blank canvas. Now I am going to upload all of my images. So I did have some previous images that I know that I can use, but what I want is my cactus and my strawberries. If you haven't got these, I will drop the link to these below, but if not, you can go grab some free ones in Canva and upload those also. So I've got my cactus here, I've duplicated it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it again because I want to make a back-to-back image. So this is going to be the top side that we're going to see of our files. And you can use any theme and any image you want, but obviously this is going to be for my Death Valley page, so you've got to have a cactus. So I'm going to flip it horizontally. You've got to flip it so they're back-to-back so it works. And then make sure that you align them. So I'm going to align them at the bottom, and then I'm going to flatten them together. And to do that, you're going to right click, go to the bottom right hand corner and click flatten. And there you go. There is your first image ready to print and cut. So now we're going to create a strawberry one. So I've got a strawberry. We want to straighten the strawberry up because it is a bit wonky. But I'm going to duplicate it so we've got two versions. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the top and we're going to flip it. So flip it, it's upside down, and then we're going to make sure they're aligned. So I've just straightened them up a bit there. And when they're touching, then we can select both and we can flatten those together. So you're just going to right click and select, drag over them, go to the bottom and you can flatten them. But first of all, you might want to align just to make sure that they're completely aligned. So I'm just going to go with the right align now so that they're just exactly right. Once I've done that, then I can again select all, go to the bottom right hand corner and click flatten, and that will flatten them together. Then we're going to duplicate it. We're going to go on the edge till we find the rotate icon, and we're going to just rotate that right round so that it's exactly the other direction. Now we're going to put it over it and we're going to send that layer to the back. So to send it to the back, you either right click and send to the back, or you can go into the sidebar and you can drag it down. Because what you want to do is drag that top image to the bottom. I suppose it doesn't really matter because you'll just turn it around the other way, but just so that visually upright, I can see what it's doing. So now I can right click and select to flatten all of those together, and that will then cut as one image. And I've got my second image. Now you have got to put score lines in, but I'm going to do those after with my scoring tool rather than do it on the Cricut. So whatever way you want to do it, but you have to keep watching to see how I do it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make a background, because you're going to need a background for the other side of the paper because this is a double-sided image. So I know we made the double-sided envelopes the other day, similar project, similar process, but obviously we're going to fold these to make these a little bit different. So we're going to just position these in place. We're going to go into the free shapes bar and grab a square. So what we're going to do once we've got the square, we're going to make it a square, not a rounded square with rounded corners. And we are going to go to the top. The first thing we're going to do is make it print and cut because we need to size it. So I'm going to start dragging it bigger, and what I tend to do is do a bit at a time because I want to fit as much of the paper as possible. And sometimes when you get on the right hand side, if you get a red exclamation mark come up, it means it's too big. So there is an exact size, but I just drag it until that comes up. But it might be that it comes up one way and then you can carry on dragging the other way if you take that in a bit. So you'll see there that I've got my square and there's no exclamation mark, which means it's the perfect size for print and cut. As soon as you get an exclamation mark, take it smaller. So now I've clicked on print and cut. I've clicked on the colour. When you click on colour, pattern drops down. So you get a little box drop down, then you can click on pattern. Here is where you're going to find the patterns. These are free to use. You do not need Design Space access for these. So these are mine that I've uploaded. I will drop a link below to show you how to make your own or use the Cricut ones. There are some nice ones in Cricut free to use. And now what I'm doing is I'm going to start just positioning. These are not going to attach to this sheet. It's going to be cut on a separate sheet because we're cutting that on the back of this pattern. But we're starting to position it to get an idea of what we've got room for. So I've duplicated my strawberry. I might change that in a minute. I'm going to duplicate my cactus. I have got room for another one. So I'm opening the shapes bar and I'm going to get a circle. We're going to do a sunshine. And this is with my new 3D sunshine that's going to be in the shop soon. I really love this. So yeah, I'm really excited to share this. And we've got a sunshine pattern. Again, that's in the tutorial that I'm going to share for making your patterns. So 2 circles, flatten together, it will make them print and cut. Go onto the colour box, click on colour, click on pattern, and you're going to get patterns come up. So I have made a sunshine pattern. You can put anything you want on here, but I will drop the link for everything you need below. I know I keep saying that, but I don't want you to forget that they are available. So there's the sunshine pattern and it's really easy to make. So I'm going to edit the pattern because you want to see lots of sunshines. And there we go. We've got the start of our pattern. I'm going to duplicate it. And again, get that rotate bar and bring that around the middle. And I'm going to squash that down a bit. I'm going to drag one over the other, align them centrally. And then I've uploaded my 3D sun. I mean, how cute is that? So that is part of my 3D cupcake and sunshine element set. And it's £1.50 in the shop. That will be live next week. But there's lots of others. So I've just grabbed that, pop that in, and we're going to just layer that over one of the circles. So you want it to fit. I'm just zooming in because you want it to fit in one of those circles. And I mean, just look at Cricut. All the ones that you pay for, not as cute as this one, if I don't say so myself. And once we're aligned, I think I'm going to squash this down just so that's it. It's more of a squash circle, so it'll fold better. And I'm going to keep that as 2 separate elements. So I'm going to flatten the sun onto the top 2, and then I'm going to keep the other 2. It's just about keeping your proportions right. So I'm just going to zoom back out again, get rid of that, and then pop these in. Now, what I might do is with the strawberries, I might ungroup one of a set of strawberries because, again, it's all trial and error. We're going to do one that's in a 4, one that's in a 2, 2 lots of 2, and see which is easier to put together. So we'll experiment because that's what this is all about as well. So what we're going to do now is I've just fast forwarded this bit because I'm really just faffing, making sure that everything fits on my sheet. So it's just about jiggering it all about, making sure that you can fit it all in so that nothing is overlapping. We're not going to add any offsets on this, but you can add an offset if you want a coloured offset. It is totally up to you. I just think for me, it's just making sure that I can get as much on one sheet as possible so there's no wastage. I don't trust Cricut to do that. I like to do that myself. So when you're happy with your position, you're going to move your back sheet out of the way because that, as we said, we're going to send through separately. So we're going to move that out of the way. We're going to flatten all of this together so we know that it's all where we want it. There's one thing we need to do now because we're going to just make sure it fits on top. But when Cricut sends it, it's going to send the top elements right to the top of the page, and on the envelope project, it just didn't cover the top bit because it changed it. So I'm duplicating my back sheet. I'm going to change it to a cut image, and we're just going to change that to white. So this is irrelevant really because it's not going to print it. It's just going to cut it because it's a cut image. But we're going to attach this to our cut image. And by doing that, it's going to move the top of the project down ever so slightly so we don't miss the top. So I'll show you in a minute. I'm going to select all. I'm going to attach them. We're not going to flatten it because we don't want to print it. So we're just going to attach it, and then you've got your back sheet that's going to cut, and the Cricut will cut it, but it won't print it. So now we're going to click make, And what we're going to do is we're going to use printer settings. And then again, they've gone behind. So we're going to have to reduce Design Space out to get your printer settings. And we're going to send it on best quality on your printer settings, not the Cricut. Here comes our first side. So this is the pattern side. And this is the way that you're going to guarantee that you're going to get a pattern on both sides. So we've got that printing off and coming through the printer. And what we're going to do now is we're going to re-feed it back in the printer. So this is really important because you have to understand how your printer prints. So my printer flips over, so that's going to come up and over. So if I want to print on the other side, then I need to pop that in so that that side's facing up. Then when that comes up and over, it should, or it will, be on the other side. And that's how you're going to get your double-sided print. So now when you go back to Cricut Design Space, you're not going to go to cut the first image because you've put that back in the printer. So you're going to go to your next image and send that to print and cut. So you're going to completely skip past the cutting stage. So again, you're going to remove bleed, use system dialog. You will have to reduce down design settings to get to your printer settings, and then you can choose the best settings to send so that you get a better quality print and cut. Sent side 2 to cut, and this should be printing on the other side. I'm fairly confident it will be right. Yep, it is, because I've done it several times. And here are our files so that we can make our ephemera, all double-sided, to pop into our planner. Printed off and ready to cut. Now what's important here is that you make sure that you put it on your mat the correct way that it sits on Design Space. Obviously the other side is your pattern side. That doesn't matter, we're not cutting that out, we're cutting this side out with the added benefit of enjoying a pattern on both sides. So we're going to pop this through the Cricut machine, then we will make them into little 3D images to pop in our planner. So here we are in the cut screen. So we're going to set the base material. We want it to cut straight through because this is cardstock we've printed onto. So we're just going to set it on a heavy cardstock setting and more. Here we are, we're cutting out. So we're cutting round our cactuses at the moment. So these are going to be perfect for my Death Valley layout. And I just wanted something that I can open, something a bit more 3D for the planner. And it's just great that you can do that in Cricut Design Space really easily. So I got my images, as you know, from my downloads, which you can download from the shop, or you can get them free in Canva if you find your own images. We are all printed off. So we're going to flip and reverse weed it, and you can see that there's our pattern. And we're going to get all of the little pieces of ephemera off, ready to pop into our scrapbook. So you're going to have to ignore the Pug and Frenchie snoring today. They seem to be eternally exhausted in this weather. And we've got our double-sided cactus, which I'm just in love with. Strawberries. And we've got it 2 ways so we can see which is the best way to do this. And then we've also got our sunshine. It's all sticking to the back of the mat. So let's get rid of the mat. So I've got my Easy Runner tape gun. I've also got my mini tape gun, but I think this does stick better. So I'm going to have a go, see how we get on. So I've got my guillotine out. This is my planner. So I will share the link to that because I got that off Shein really cheaply. And so far we've got the mini envelopes. I've got my Las Vegas fussy cut. So I've got the rest of the stops to make yet. And the mini sticker sheets with washi tape. So we've got quite a few bits made. So today I want to make pop up or opening up ephemera. So that's what we're going to build now. So what I've done is I've swapped my blade on my Cricut knife for a scoring blade so that it scores. Now that folds fine, so that doesn't need doing. I think this is going to fold absolutely fine. And this, as I say, I don't know if they're going to build differently to these. My plan was with this, I was going to go across the middle to actually cut it in half. Not cut, score it in half. So the aim is that tomato flips like that. Not tomato, strawberry flips like that. Then I want those to fold inside so that that folds out. So I probably need to do that again on that point. What we also need to do is fold this here and here. So we're going to score just along the bottoms of the strawberry. So we're going to go across because you want the strawberry shape. That's the whole point of it. So now we've got lots of different little score lines, but what I want is for that to fold in like that. And that's what I wanted, yes. And this strawberry is going to fold in exactly the same. So when we put it in our planner, it's going to open out and we've got a little strawberry. That is exactly how I envisaged it. I'm really pleased with that. The sunshine, we want to bend these where those are. So what we're going to do with that is I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to bend them on here, on those edges. So what we've done is we've put lines there and there. It is a bit faffy to get them in, but we've got them in. And then a line down the middle. When that goes in there, that is going to fold in like that so that you're getting that shape. We'll do that with this one. So I want to fold it in. So when that opens, that will open out. So we're going to put the tape on here because that's where you want it to attach. So the last step here is we're just sticking them down. So this was just an alternative way to the strawberries. And we have created our sunshine. We want those sticking when they open up. So they open up fully. And there you go, that's it. That's what we wanted. We've got a little 3D circle so that we can pop something in there, some messages in there. And we've got a strawberry. So the strawberry we did all in one go, and I just love that. But it lends itself to the strawberry shape. So I wanted to do my sunshine, and we've got a little pocket. If anything, or should I have done the sun upside down so I could open it downwards, but that doesn't matter because we can clip that in there. And we've got our paper clip. So we're going to clip that. In fact, I'll put that in now. Let's put it in now. We're going to save the mini tape rollers for the car. Pop that in there. And something I pick up along the trip is going to go in that little pocket. And there are our finished files. So we've got our strawberry that opens out. I absolutely love that. We've got the cactuses that just open up. We've got a strawberry that's opening down. All of these were really, really easy to do in Cricut Design Space. So yes, I used my files, but you can use any images you want from Canva, or you can get mine. And how did you find that? Aren't these just so gorgeous? I just love them. I just love the way they've turned out. I love the fact that you don't have to have a flat planner, that you can open it and you've got bits to open up, bits to look inside, pockets. And I'm going to be adding my stickers, my photos in, but I'm doing that en route on the trip. I cannot wait to share it with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the links to the fussy cuts, the envelopes, which are just my favourites, and the washi tape below so that you can have a go at those. I'll drop the link to the whole playlist so you can have a go at the washi tape, the fussy cuts and the envelopes because they're all so easy. And I'm going to be creating more in this season. And the great thing is this isn't just for scrapbooking and journaling. You can use these in birthday cards and you could make an interactive birthday card where everything opens up and there's little messages for the recipient and something I'd love to receive. Thank you so much for watching and crafting along with me. I will see you next time where we're going to make Death Valley fussy cuts and happy crafting.